school basketball is back on Bahakel Sports, and it tips off tonight in the Southwestern 4A Conference with the Independence Patriots taking on crosstown rival Providence here tonight from Charlotte, North Carolina. Hi, everyone. Kendall Lewis here with you on BahakelSports.com. We're glad you're tuned in with us from wherever you may be tonight. This should be a fun one as we take a look at these two teams. For Providence, still searching for their first Southwestern 4A Conference victory of the season. They're 4-7 overall, 0-2. Again, conference play for these two teams got started right before the Christmas break. And as we look at Independence, 10-4, 1-1. They opened the conference season up with Charlotte Catholic, a team that made it all the way to the regional final last year and is one of the top teams in the state. That was a 2-point loss. This conference, one of the best, not only in the Charlotte metro area, but in the state of North Carolina when you look at the 4A level. All right, let's take a look at our players to watch. First, for the Panthers of Providence, it all starts with Delaney Hills. She averages right at 21 points a game, 5.5 rebounds, and dishes out 3.5 assists per game for the Panthers. Her role going to have to be magnified tonight to take down a very good Independence team. And for the Patriots, Lauren Lewis, Galvani's crew, it's a balanced attack. But Kaylee Carson, the ETSU commit, does a little bit of everything for the Patriots, including 3.5 swipes per game, just as lethal defensively as she is on the offensive end. It's Independence, Providence. We've got the tip-off coming up right after these messages. Starting lineups getting set to be introduced on the floor here at Independence High School tonight in Charlotte, North Carolina. This is the first of two meetings between these two teams this year. This should be a fun one. As we mentioned tonight, these two teams will meet again at Providence on February the 6th. And just talking about this conference in general, the Southwestern 4A, when you look at the Charlotte metro area and you look at the state of North Carolina, this is one of the top conferences in the league. It's a very good league with Charlotte Catholic, Independence, Rocky River, Garinger, Providence. Some really good teams in this conference. And we told you Independence 1-1 to start conference play so far. Lauren Lewis Galvani, the head coach for the Independence Patriots in year number 9. What a great job she's done with this Patriots program. When she took over, was on a 63-game losing streak, and Coach Galvani has gotten this program to not only a staple at the top of the Southwestern 4A Conference, but a team that is going to be a force to be reckoned with when we come state playoff time this year, for sure. Independence in the white unis tonight. They've got the green numbers, gold letters, Indy across the front. Providence in the black. They've got the gold trim, gold letters, gold numbers. Panthers making the short trip here to Independence High School tonight. Kendall Lewis here with you. And we've got the men's game later at 7:30 right here on BahakelSports.com as well. Be sure to stay tuned, stay with us for that one. All right, here we go. Time for tip-off here at the Big Eye. Lindsey Nolan will jump it up for Providence. Chloe Moss to jump it up for Independence, and the Patriots win the tip. And we are underway from Independence High School here in Charlotte, North Carolina. And this Independence team, balanced attack. You see Moss, number 41. Here's a step back three on the way, short. Offensive board, back up strong, easy two. And that's Jessica Worthy, who Coach Galvani calls the glue piece of this Independence team. With the first two of the game for the Patriots. Inside a deflection, this one tipped out of bounds. And it will stay with Providence. Here as we go 38 seconds in to play in the first of our doubleheader here tonight. Hill, she'll launch, 20-point scorer a game, off the mark of the three, rebound pulled in and tapped out, and it'll go back to the Patriots. Oh, Independence, as we mentioned, 10-4, but they have played a really tough schedule. They've dropped their last three games. We're going to get to that, though. They played some teams that are really good, even out-of-state teams over the Christmas break. Empty on that possession. Rebound, Panthers, and a steal. This one's stolen away. On the other end, Cameron Kitchen lays it home, and 4-0 start for the Patriots. Cameron Kitchen, just a junior, plays on the Under Armour AAU circuit. We'll call her name quite a bit tonight. Another one you're going to see at the next level somewhere in a couple of years. Moss altered the shot, rebound, lead feet ahead, Carson, extra pass, Kitchen from deep. And it won't go. Loose ball picked up by Providence. Hill running the floor. Nice find. Up ahead to Lindsey Nolan for two. We mentioned it. Delaney Hill, 3.5 assists a game. And a sweet lead feed ahead for the opening 2 points for Providence. Under 6 to play, just 2 and change into the first quarter. And the step through as Hannah Moss draws the contact. That is the younger sister of Chloe Moss. Hannah running the point guard duties this year as a sophomore for Indy. And she'll head to the charity stripe to shoot a pair for the Patriots. And it steps up and cashes in on the first. Independence, as we mentioned, Lauren Lewis Galvani challenging her crew in their non-conference portion of their schedule this year. They've lost 3 straight games, but their last game against Bishop McGuinness, who's always a state championship contender in the state of North Carolina, that was a 7-point loss. McDonough, a very good team before that, the week before, out of Maryland. Kitchen the steal, and coast to coast for the lay-in. 8-2 start for Independence. And a steal in the backcourt again. Moss can't finish. Back up strong goes Carson. And a timeout with 5:21 to go in the first quarter. 10-2 lead for Independence over Providence.
basketball. Don't miss the next doubleheader, Chambers at North Met. Women's and men's games, Tuesday, starting at 6. Streaming live on Bahakel Sports.
Yeah, folks, that's going to be a good one. Chambers at North Met. We've got a doubleheader Tuesday night, of course. Women's game should be good as well, but the men's game, a highly touted matchup across the Charlotte metro area. Lauren Lewis Galvani's father, Dwayne Lewis, the head coach for the North Met Vikings, off to a really good start this year once again. 10-2 for the Patriots. 8-point lead. And Delaney Hill got to get going here, approaching the midway mark of the first quarter. Nolan's got their only 2 points. Wild shot, tapped around, rebound Chloe Moss. And quick outlet to Cameron Kitchen. Kitchen kicks, shot fake, Hannah drives. And body contact, the whistle comes in. Take a second look. That's an offensive foul. Delaney Hill in position for Providence. Able to take the charge. Delaney Hill, number 4 in black for Providence. Pay attention. Steals it right here. Hill trapped, nowhere to go, and fouled along the sideline. Whistles come in, and a reach-in foul called against Hannah Moss. And that's the second against the Patriots here in the first quarter. And the first on Hannah Moss. Kendall Lewis here with you, Bahakel Sports. Hill, floater, along the baseline, long, rebound, Kamora Brown. Up ahead, Kitchen. Good drop off, Chloe Moss running the floor, can't finish on the bunny, and tapped out of bounds. Last touch by the Panthers, it'll stay on this end. Quick inbound, Kitchen off a curl, and the jumper misses short. Trickles out of bounds, back to Providence. Well, you hate to say it, not even midway through the first quarter, but Providence near the danger zone here. They need a bucket. Trailing by 8. Nolan kicks it, catch and shoot for 3. Nolan offensive board. Independence doing a great job denying Delaney Hill the basketball. She'll launch here from 3. And wild shot. And even the shot attempts so far early in the first quarter have been rushed by Hill. Kitchen kicks it. Brown, open look. Can't hit on the jump shot. Hill, sweet pass up the floor. Nolan again draws contact. She'll head to the free throw line. Tell you what, Delaney Hill hasn't scored yet for Providence, and she has made a couple of sweet lead passes up the floor. It's 10-2 with 3:26 to go in the first quarter. We'll take a break. Tonight's Bahakel Sports Game of the Week is brought to you by Queen City Audio, Video, and Appliances. Acosta Heating, Cooling, Electrical. And by Charlotte's hometown legal team, the Downer Law Firm. Back to Independence High School here with 3:26 to go in the first quarter. Lindsey Nolan at the free throw line cashes in on the first. She's got all 3 of the Panthers' points here in the first quarter. I mentioned early on it starts with Delaney Hill, but Lindsey Nolan going to have to play big tonight. She's got the first 4 for Providence. Kitchen crossover, she'll pull up on the J and hits. Cameron Kitchen, who is a really good shooter, knocks it down for the Patriots. And out of bounds, it'll stay with the Panthers of Providence. And they quickly get it back to Delaney Hill. 21 points a game. Here's Hill. Nice shovel dish. Blocked away by Brown. And then a turnover. Right back to the Panthers. Trying to feed it inside to Nolan. They turn it over again. Back comes the other way. Kitchen crosses over. Kicks. Worthy. And a whistle and a foul against Providence here at the 2:39 mark. Let's take a second look. Worthy going to head to the free throw line for Independence. Steps up and makes on the first. Now Worthy has a 4.1 grade point average here at Independence High School. Coach Galvani calls her the glue piece on this Patriots team, and not sure where she's heading to college yet, but her dream school, Clemson. And I think with a 4.1 GPA, it's safe to say she's going to be able to take her pick where she wants to go academically upon graduation. Good take inside. And again, the Panthers miss one from close range as Moss clears the boards. Kitchen dishes it off. Brown, she'll pull up on the jumper. No, short. Offensive board. Chloe Moss blocked. She gets it back. Chloe Moss again trying to work on Nolan. Tapped around and rebound pulled in by Witten in Providence. Strong take, no. Wild again. And here come the Patriots. Good bounce feed up the floor and the easy lay-in. Kitchen again having a monster first quarter for Independence. And just like that, the lead up to 13 for the Patriots. Substitutions checking in for both of these teams. Lindsey Nolan has all 4 of the Panthers' points here in the first, and there's Hill on the board for Providence. And she's their leading scorer, 21 a game, who we highlighted in the open for Providence. Kitchen, jump shot, wild. Moss, no. Trying to go back up strong. Misses it from close range again, and a foul on the floor. And that is team foul number 3 on Providence here in the first quarter. Foul's on the floor, so the Patriots will trigger it in underneath their own hoop. Catch and fire, Chloe Moss. And here's Delaney Hill trying to work against Ishay Muhammad. Wave it off, she pushed off, called for the offensive foul. take a second look. And there it was right there. Moss backing her way in, falling away, tough shot, gets it to go. The smooth roll for Chloe Moss. 19-6, Patriots on top. Nolan goes up off glass, you betcha. 6 of the first 8 from Providence belong to Lindsey Nolan. Kitchen swings it. Worthy at the horn, can't hit from 3. And the first quarter comes to a close. 19-8. Independence on top. We'll be right back with the second quarter on our Bahakel Sports Game of the Week. Patriots leading the Panthers as we come back to you here for the second quarter on our Bahakel Sports Game of the Week in the Southwestern 4A Conference tonight. And Independence looking for what would be their second conference victory of the season. They're able to cap off a win tonight. This is the first of 2 meetings. They'll meet again on February the 6th. Hill just 2 points in the first quarter for Providence, but tracks down the offensive board and then throws it away. Carson took it away, but a foot on the sideline will give it back to the Panthers. 6 of the 8 Providence points in the first quarter came from Lindsey Nolan. We'll see if they can get Hill going. There's a double team by the Patriots. They'll feed it inside. Nolan again working on Moss. Sweet turnaround. And she does it again. Lindsey Nolan keeping the Panthers in it right now in the first half. Mentioned it was a 10-2 start for Indy to start the game. And that wasn't even 4 minutes into the first quarter. Providence played them almost dead even the rest of the quarter. Open look, Worthy, you betcha. Jessica Worthy hits it from 3. And the lead extended to double digits. Shot fake, Hill. Looking to create a little space. Instead, she'll bounce it underneath the basket. This one blocks. And out of bounds, last touched by Skinner of the Panthers, and it'll give it back to Independence. Can Providence manufacture enough stops here to get back in it? Kitchen from 3, no. And rebound pulled in by Nolan. Hill surveys the floor. Off the screen and roll action, and Nolan off her hands, a turnover, back to Independence. Here come the Patriots. Carson in transition. Kitchen, she's got that type of range. Can't knock it down. Long rebound, tracked down by the Patriots. Loose on the floor, picked up. Hill, one-on-one against Carson, and she finishes. Delaney Hill with the bucket for Providence. And deficit trimmed back down to 10. Three short off the front rim. Trickles out to Carson. Kitchen, she'll launch it. You betcha. Too much space for Cameron Kitchen, the junior, who buries it from deep. And a timeout with 5:22 to play in the second quarter. Folks, don't forget, streaming Monday night, 7 o'clock on BahakelSports.com. It's Game On with Jeff and Jack Taylor. They'll take you around the Charlotte metro area with scores and highlights. We're in for a really good high school hoops season as teams across the state getting into conference play now. There's going to be some really good matchups.
Let's go.
Including this one Tuesday night.
Your home for high school basketball. Don't miss the next doubleheader. Chambers at North Met. Women's and men's games Tuesday.
That's where we're headed Tuesday night. North Met against Chambers. We'll have the men's and the women's games 6 and 7:30 for you right here on BahakelSports.com. Nolan trying to back her way in, had it swiped away. Here comes Carson, coast to coast, can't finish it. And rebound Patriots. Double clutching, off glass is Hannah Moss. And a wild pass out of bounds. (27-12) with 4:54 to go in the second quarter. Pull up Jay, you betcha. Smooth as silk for Kaylee Carson. Carson was the Conference Player of the Year 2 years ago. As we mentioned, committed to play for ETSU. Here she is with a steal. Defense to offense. Back-to-back buckets for the future Buccaneer. And a timeout with 4:23 left to play. Let's take a second look at Kaylee Carson getting it done on both ends of the floor for the Patriots of Independence. Well, we mentioned Lauren Lewis Galvani that you can see in the huddle. And there's a look at the head coach, Rachel Petrie for Providence. And these two teams, you look at the Southwestern 4A Conference. There's Lauren Lewis Galvani, year number 9 for Independence. PE teacher here at the high school. And Coach Galvani played college basketball and college softball. That's a rarity. How many dual sport college athletes do you see? But she started her college career at Catawba, finished at Lee's McRae in Conference Carolinas. Two really good Division II schools here in the state. Nice ball movement. Inside they work it. Marley Witten puts it in for 2. Just under 4 minutes to go, first half. Carson off a screen, sets her feet and buries it. This one's starting to get away from Providence here. Nolan, offensive board, shovels it back. Free throw line jumper, no. And tapped around, finally secured in by Hannah Moss. Moss kicks it. Kitchen, all alone, corner three, you bet. You just can't lose her. She'll make you pay on the other end. Inside they feed it. Nolan had it swiped out of her hands. And substitutions for Independence. Here at the 2:58 mark, and a timeout. We'll take it with them. 22-point lead for the Patriots. Here we go. 36-14, the Patriots leading the Panthers here in Southwestern 4A Conference action tonight on Bahakel Sports.com. Kendall Lewis here with you on our Bahakel Sports Game of the Week. And Independence has looked the part tonight. We mentioned 10-4, but look at who they played over the holiday break. Some really good teams, out-of-state teams. One of their 4 losses is a conference game against Charlotte Catholic. We'll be back when those two teams meet again. And 2 of the best teams in the state reside right here in the Southwestern 4A. And wild pass thrown away. Floater, no. This one tapped around and picked up by the Panthers. Hill, step back 3. Oh, smooth as silk. Tough move for Delaney Hill. Jump shot, this one wild, goes off the side of the backboard and out of bounds. 1:46 left to play in the second quarter. Kendall Lewis here with you on our Bahakel Sports Game of the Week. Hill, Euro step, can't finish through contact. Rebound collected by Worthy. Quick outlet up the floor. And stolen away. Poked right into the hands of Hill. She'll lob it up ahead. Nolan gets the roll on the lay-in. Mini 5-0 run for Providence coming out of the timeout with 1:11 to go in the second quarter. Kitchen, she's had the hot hand here in the first half. Can't get the roll and the turnaround. And a whistle and a foul against Independence. Over the back they call on Kamora Brown. Providence catches a break here. With 1:04, can they build on this 5-0 run? Hill surveys and whistle and a foul called against Ishay Muhammad. That's team foul number 2 here in the second quarter. Get it back into Hill. High post entry feed. Nolan trying to back her way inside. Gets it right back to Witten, who goes up and she's fouled. We'll take a second look. Dangerous pass, but she threaded the needle in there. And Witten's going to head to the free throw line to shoot a couple for Providence. A chance to piece together some points with the clock stopped here. So Witten steps up and makes the first. Only 3 different Panthers have scored of their combined 21 points, but they're on a 7-0 run and a takeaway from Hill. She'll pull up for 3. Can't hit, offensive board. Back up, you betcha. And look out, folks, here come the Panthers. Independence on a scoring drought of about 3.5 minutes since we came out of a timeout. 36-23. Deep 3, you betcha. Worthy buries it. And on the other end, it didn't get off in time, but the first half will come to a close. 39-23. We'll be right back with more on our Downer Law Firm halftime report. We welcome you back to our Downer Law Firm halftime report on our Bahakel Sports Game of the Week from Independence High School tonight, Charlotte, North Carolina. It's the Patriots with a 16-point halftime lead. Providence did go on a 9-0 run late in the second quarter before Independence able to hit a big 3 to close things out in the second quarter. So 9-3 run to finish off the second quarter for Providence. there in the first half to get them back within striking distance, but still a 16-point commanding lead for the Patriots. All right, folks, got a lot of things happening across the high school hoop scene in the Charlotte metro area, but this a story you'll want to hear right here. It's Athletes for Good.
My grandma fought through breast cancer. She's a survivor, God bless her, but it was a fight, and I watched her fight every day.
Now, Ben Fowler, a grandson and a senior at Butler High School, has joined the battle to fight breast cancer.
It's awesome to kind of fight for her, fight for the women who are struggling right now, fight for the women who can only focus on this.
Ben, who runs cross country at Butler, is part of the CMS Student Athlete Advisory Council, who launched Athletes for Good this month. It is an initiative aimed at raising funds and awareness for breast cancer patients undergoing treatment. The goal is to raise $5,000 to buy care packages for those patients. The method to get there is selling bracelets at school and sporting events.
It's incredible. I think the $3 bracelets is, I know somebody that wanted to buy all 5 that I had on me one day, and they're like, that's only $15, but these 5 bracelets is going to be something I can pass out to members to not only show what you guys are doing, but what I'm supporting, and this $15 is going to go to a care kit for women with breast cancer.
And help guiding these students in this initiative is Tamara Satterfield, who works for CMS and is the SAAC advisor. She is also a breast cancer survivor.
To have student athletes get behind this, it just shows a different side of what we know about them. And a lot of times we see these students on the field or on the courts or in their various sports, but we don't really get to see the heart of these students. And this is an opportunity for them to shine outside of that.
At Butler High School, Jeff Taylor, Bahakel Sports.
39-23, Patriots on top of the Panthers here in Southwestern 4A Conference play. We'll be right back with the second half coming up right after these.
Bahakel Sports is your home for high school basketball. Don't miss the next doubleheader, Chambers at North Met. Women's and men's games, Tuesday, starting at 6. Streaming live on Bahakel Sports.
All right, folks, we head to the Queen City 3A, 4A conference Tuesday night for a highly touted doubleheader. Chambers at North Mech. We'll have the women's game at 6 o'clock, the men at 7:30. Streaming live right here on BahakelSports.com. And then Monday nights, again, we want to remind you folks, tune back in right here at BahakelSports.com. Jeff and Jack Taylor will take you through all the area highlights and scores and other sports happening around the Charlotte metro area of high school sports here on BahakelSports.com. 39-23, 16-point lead for the Patriots here at the break. The second half coming up right after this. We come back for the second half here with our Bahakel Sports Game of the Week. Independence and Providence 39-23 as we start the third quarter. Kendall Lewis here with you. Providence ended the second quarter on a 9-3 run. And Independence turns it over to start the third quarter. This game was 36-14. Providence goes on a 9-0 run to pull back within 13. They were down 22. That's the largest lead of the game for the Patriots. Let's see if Providence can strike first here to start this second half. Delaney Hill, who's a 21-point scorer, been held to just 6 points in the game so far. Lindsey Nolan's been the bright spot offensively. Back out top, Roberts into the paint, gets it to go over the front edge. And Providence strikes first here to start the third quarter. Out of bounds, turnover. This will go back to the Panthers. Well, a couple of turnovers for Independence on their first two possessions here to start the second half. And Delaney Hill controls the rock for Providence. Little high-low action inside. This one swatted out of bounds. Jessica Worthy, the block. It'll stay on this end with the Panthers. Inside Nolan, they feed it. Hill skips it, and this one through the hands of Skinner. Just gets by her and trickles out of bounds. Go back to Independence. Here about 45 seconds into the third quarter. Cameron Kitchen had the hot hand for the Patriots in the first half, knocking down a couple of threes. Carson on the pull-up J, left it short. Rebound Panthers. Lead feet ahead, Nolan. Running the floor, finishes in transition. And Providence back within 12. Go back to the 3-minute mark of the second quarter. They trailed by 22. Independence scoreless here to start the third. Hill in the paint, draws the foul. And Delaney Hill going to head to the free throw line to shoot a couple. We'll take a second look. Whistle and a foul called against Hannah Moss. That's the Patriots' first here in the third quarter. And Delaney Hill at the free throw line for Providence. Steps up and knocks down the first. When you go back to the second quarter, when it was 36-14, this is a 15-3 Providence run since about the 3-minute mark of the second quarter. And this deficit has been trimmed down to 10. The Panthers scrapping and clawing their way back in it. And Cameron Kitchen drives in and draws the foul. Take a second look at the shot fake, then getting into the paint. Gets hit on the elbow. Kitchen will head to the free throw line for Independence. Knocks down the first. Patriots have that spurt ability, if you will. As we mentioned, trying to get off of a 3-game losing skid. And after the second free throw missed, Worthy, off the feed of Chloe Moss, gets fouled. And that foul goes against Delaney Hill. That's her first. Check that, her second. That's the second on Delaney Hill. She had an offensive foul in the first half on a push-off, and Worthy at the free throw line. And gets the roll in the second. Hill hits it, and the foul. A chance at 4 for Delaney Hill. We'll take a second look. Little dribble handoff into a 3. And Delaney Hill has trimmed this deficit back down to single digits. Missed it, and Nolan the rebound. Hill pull up, no. Rebound Worthy. And Carson in transition. She'll pull up on the jumper. Can't get the roll. Moss, strong rebound and jump ball. Possession arrow will give it back to Providence. Inside, high-low, Nolan, off glass, you betcha. We've got a 7-point game. From 22 down, Providence is back in it. Worthy, free throw line jumper. Can't hit, out of bounds. It'll stay on this end with Independence. Trying to feed it inside. Chloe Moss going to work, gets it to go off the glass. Nice turnaround and a timeout. Independence with 5:08 to go in the third quarter. Much needed bucket from Chloe Moss. Here about 3 minutes into the third quarter. And Lauren Lewis Galvani wanted a timeout. We mentioned Providence from 22 points down late in the second quarter has gotten this thing back to single digits. And we mentioned this conference, one of the best, not only in the Charlotte Metro, but in the state of North Carolina. Charlotte Catholic in this league is nationally ranked. Independence's only conference loss, 1-1 right now, was to Charlotte Catholic back before Christmas. Providence still searching for their first conference win. Hill Feeds it inside. Nice ball movement. Nolan couldn't convert on the bunny, and then momentum of Skinner carries her into Ishe Muhammad. We'll take a second look. Cameron Kitchen came from the help side, may have gotten a piece of that. Shot attempt inside from Nolan. And dangerous pass thrown away. Roberts the steal. Roberts the finish. 43-36. Independence just a little discombobulated offensively in the second half. Hill, quick crossover. Pull up Jay, all smooth as silk. Shot fake, Muhammad, floater, and she's fouled. Body's hitting the deck all over. We'll take a second look. Just a reach in on the arm. Skinner called for the foul. And a timeout with 3:44 left to play in the third. We'll be right back on our Bahakel Sports Game of the Week. We come back to you. How about the Providence Panthers? From 22 points down, pulled back within 5 after that last jumper from Delaney Hill. And we got a ball game here at Independence High School in game 1 of our doubleheader, folks. We've got the men's game later on, starting at approximately 7:30. Ishe Muhammad at the free throw line for the Patriots. Can't convert on the first. This was a 39-23 score at the half. Independence only 1 bucket from the floor in the third quarter so far. It just have gone absolutely cold, and even from the free throw line here in this third. Hill into the paint. Nice no-look dish inside. Witten couldn't finish it from close range. And Kitchen the rebound. Kitchen, wide open seam, had it knocked out of her hands. Independence wanted to foul, they didn't get it. Now Moss going to work and gets the contact inside. Chloe Moss will be at the free throw line. We mentioned she's getting Division II and Division III interest. One of those seniors on this Independence team for Coach Lauren Lewis Galvani. One of their senior leaders. We talked about Coach Galvani playing at the Division II level. Brings that college playing experience here to Independence High School. Converts them both for the Patriots. Hill off a screen, open from 3. Can't hit, and Nolan couldn't track it down. Kitchen got to it first and wins the 50-50. Moss backing her way inside on Nolan. No. Tapped around. Nearly out of bounds along the baseline. Jump ball. And the possession arrow is going to keep it on this end with Independence. Kaylee Carson will trigger it in. Kitchen pulls up on the J. No. Another offensive board. A reach-in foul called on Marley Witten. That's going to be team foul number 6. Here against Providence in the third quarter. Oh, they'll put Independence at the free throw line to shoot 2, and Worthy can't convert from the free throw line. And Worthy makes on the second. 1 of 2 at the stripe that time. Still an 8-point game with 2:26 to go. Providence has played a nice third quarter so far. Good ball movement, and Hill had it knocked out of her hands, out of bounds. It'll stay with the Panthers. And they get it inside to Hill. There comes the double team. Lindsey Nolan, high post. Trying to feed it back inside to her. Moss takes it away. Quick hands. Chloe Moss, coast to coast, lays it home. And the Patriots extend their lead back to double digits. All of a sudden, that's a mini 5-0 run for Independence. Hill gets into the paint, had it blocked. Kitchen all alone, coast to coast for the lay-in. Tell you what, it's one thing to block it out of play, but to block it back in bounds where it turns into a transition 2 on the other end. Big swing there for Independence. Deep 3 off the mark. Offensive board in the corner, tracked down. Lob this one along the baseline. Nice save to Nolan. Back out. Witten will try it. You betcha. Hits it from 3. Much needed with a minute to go in the third. Providence just won't go away in this one. Carson, long 2. And out of bounds. It'll go back to Providence. Hill, step through, draws the contact, and she'll head to the free throw line. Delaney Hill, nice move for the Panthers of Providence. And here she is at the charity stripe. Started off a little bit quiet for the Panthers tonight, but has really gotten it going. I'll tell you what, she's the type of player, even when she's not scoring for Providence, the things that she does defensively is a great passer as well. We watched her make 2 great lead passes the length of the floor to Lindsey Nolan that resulted in buckets in the first quarter in this one. She makes both free throws, and it's back to a 7-point game. Moss off the screen and roll, going to work inside. Chloe Moss has been the difference maker. And Kitchen nearly anticipated the pass to steal it away, but out of bounds. Little pressure from Independence with 0.3 of a second left. Now they're going to put 1 second back on the game clock. And third quarter going to come to a close. We got a good one here. Game 1 of our doubleheader. 9-point game. We'll be back with a fourth here on BahakelSports.com. We come back to you for the start of the fourth quarter here. 9-point game, Providence basketball here in game 1 of our doubleheader. Patriots D stingy here as they try to build on their 9-point lead. And this one off glass, no, wouldn't go. Hill, oh, nice shot fake and feed inside to Nolan for the deuce. Takeaway with 6:48. Good drop off and whistle and a foul called against Cameron Kitchen. Independence thought she was falling down, losing her footing before the foul came in. And instead, it's the first team foul against the Patriots of Independence here in the fourth. Hill driving to the bucket. Gets bumped. We'll take a second look. Delaney Hill just so smooth and in control for Providence. Here she is back at the free throw line. The thing is Providence, you look at their record, 0-2 in Southwestern 4A play without Isabella Hall in this one tonight. Moss will dial it up from deep. Big offensive board by Carson. And then a reach-in foul. And nice take to the bucket Kitchen lays it off glass. That's a big one there. Providence, we've seen it a couple of times, trailed by as many as 22 in this one late second quarter, have trimmed it to 5 twice in the second half. Lindsey Nolan, 10-point scorer a game. She's their top rebounder. Trying to feed it back inside. Nolan out of bounds. It'll stay on this end with Providence. 5:47 left to go in the ball game. And this one turned over. Thrown right to Carson. She'll pull up on the other end and cashes in. Just a costly turnover for Providence. And a timeout with 5:39. Kaylee Carson, the future ETSU Buccaneer, with the steal and the jumper on the other end. And we'll keep it right here from Independence High School. I'll give the Panthers some credit. Again, this is a ball club that is going to be competitive in every game they play this year in Southwestern 4A conference play. Give them credit tonight. They were down 36-14 with about 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. And if scrapped and clawed, do they have enough in the tank for one last push? Dangerous pass. Hill went and got it. She'll step back on the three. Tough shot. Independence trying to build on this run here. And this one thrown away along the baseline. Turnover. Hill tiptoeing the sideline. Feeds it inside. And Nolan's grabbed on the arm. Tell you what, Delaney Hill, and there comes the trap, just able to thread the needle inside to find Lindsey Nolan. That's the team foul number 3 against the Patriots. Struggling to get it in, but they do. Nolan, up fake, kicks it back. Open look from 3, short, tapped around. Nolan had it for a moment. Providence gets it back. Second look at 3, no. From Skinner. 2 open looks for Providence. Kitchen, drop off, Moss, active hands, they poked it away. 4:33 to go. And Delaney Hill and the Providence Panthers trying to find a way here. Hill, she'll launch from 3. Off the mark. Just can't buy one from three-point land right now. Up the floor, they work it. Open look, Worthy. Off the mark. Hill the rebound. Numbers for the Panthers. Hill, drop off. Inside, no. Hill trying to pull in the rebound and picked up by Kitchen. Independence trying to eat some clock here with 3:50. Pull up by Carson. She gets it to go. Inside they feed it. Nolan goes up and draws the foul. That'll go against Jessica Worthy of Independence here at the 3:32 mark, and we'll take a timeout. 58-47 on our Bahakel Sports Game of the Week. 58-47 the score here at Independence High School on our Bahakel Sports Game of the Week. It's been a good one. When you thought that Independence was going to pull away late in the second quarter, Providence came storming back. They've had this thing to 5 twice in the second half. And Nolan at the free throw line for Providence steps up and cashes in on the first. These are big right here. A chance to score with the clock stopped and get it back to single digits. They do. Independence can eat some clock here. The clock not on the side of Providence. I think you asked the question, if you're Providence, at what point do you start to foul the Patriots as Moss takes it in and draws contact? Independence has struggled at the free throw line in this second half. You think 3:11 now might be the time to start stopping the clock if you're the Panthers of Providence. And Moss misses the first. One of two at the line. Delaney Hill got to make something happen here. It's had a big second half for Providence. Panthers have been somewhat cold from three the entire game. This one saved from going out of bounds, and missing it from close range was Witten. Rebound collected by Independence with 2:40 left to play. Carson looking for a crease. She'll pull up. Rebound off to Providence. Nolan, give and go. Floater, Hill, you betcha. They turn it into two on the other end. 2:17. When does Providence start fouling here? Again, clock not on their side. Just simply not enough possessions. Trailing by 8. Inside they feed it. Offensive foul called on Chloe Moss. .151 left to play in the fourth. And Nolan stepped on the baseline out of bounds. Well, that was a big possession right there for Providence. I think if you're the Panthers, you gotta start fouling right now. Again, this one just ticking down. Trailing by 8, it's still doable, but you got to stop the clock here. Carson to the bucket, lays it in, and that's a dagger right there if you're Providence. Lead back up to 10. This one blocked away by Worthy. Up the floor, Kitchen. She'll pull up on the jumper and hits it. And now a quick timeout. How about a quick 4-0 burst for the Patriots? With just over a minute left to play in the fourth quarter here on our Bahakel Sports Game of the Week.
Let's turn it up. Bahakel Sports is your home for high school basketball. Don't miss the next doubleheader, Chambers at North Mac. Women's and men's games, Tuesday starting at 6. Streaming live on Bahakel Sports.
We had a North Mac Tuesday night. Chambers, North Mac, that'll be a great ball game, both games. Men's and women's, great rival in the Queen City 3A, 4A, and then Jeff and Jack Taylor got you covered Monday night, 7 o'clock, right here on BahakelSports.com. Kendall Lewis here with you. This has been a good one tonight. first of two meetings between Providence and Independence in the Southwestern Conference play. And again, they may meet a third time possibly if the conference tournament works out that way. I was talking with Coach Galvani about this. We had Independence earlier in the season. She said, you know, as good as this conference is, you could see somebody 4 times, including the state playoffs. You got some teams that could make some runs in this thing when you talk about Charlotte Catholic and Independence. This Providence team's done some really good things in the second half. Nolan gets it back. There's less than a minute to go. Hill launch from 3 and connects. It's a 9-point game, officially 63-54. And Providence still not fouling, 38 seconds. You got to go out and foul now if you're Providence. And they finally do. So much time burned off the clock there. And that was only the third team foul for the Panthers. And a foul with 25 seconds now. That one against Rachel Roberts. Team foul number 4. And there's the 5th. Kaylee Carson going to go to the line for Independence with 22.4 ticks exactly left on our game clock. And knocks down the first. Makes them both. 65-54. Providence got to move quickly. They turn it over instead. The final 16.6 ticks left. And out of bounds, it'll stay with Independence. And instead, we get a timeout. 15.4 ticks remaining here in game 1. Folks, we've got the men's game coming up. 7:30. There's a look at Providence's record this year. I'll tell you what, they're a much better ball club than 4-7 and what we've seen in the second half tonight. We've got some good young talent, and obviously with Delaney Hill running the show, I thought she's managed the second half extremely well. Lauren Lewis Galvani and her Independence Patriots, they're going to be a problem come playoff time for sure. And the rest of conference play, we'll have Independence again later this year against Charlotte Catholic, who's got Blanca Thomas and Grayson Goff, two of the top players in the country, the class of 2024. They're going to foul Carson with 11.6. Kaylee Carson converts at the free throw line. Mentioned Carson headed to ETSU in the Southern Conference to play her college basketball next year. Was the Conference Player of the Year 2 years ago. Last year, Cameron Kitchen was the Conference Player of the Year in this league. And a block with 5 seconds to go. This one going to wind out. And Independence improves to 11-4, 2-1 in Southwestern Conference 4A play. And they get the W here at home tonight in the first of 2 meetings. 67-54 for Kendall Lewis and the rest of our Bahakel Sports production crew. That's our final score in Game 1. We've got the men's coming up here a little bit later, and we'll try and get Lauren Lewis Galvani up for a postgame. Final score 67-54.